I have been itching to make this video for the past 2 days. So I've been really wanting to talk about this. I wanted to talk about how I don't want negative people around me. I can't be around negativity. Growing up, and a lot of people that I was around and family members, you see a lot of negativity and you see like a lot of like cycle and pattern when it comes to people's thinking. And it can honestly be a generational curse. I don't know if you notice, like if you know a person that you know their parents, right, and their parents are negative, then you can see that that can trickle down onto the kids, and then the kids can be negative, and then it trickles down to their kids, and their kids can be negative, and it's like a never-ending cycle. And I noticed that when I grew up around people like certain friends, family members, and different people, even people that I work with, I've noticed that a lot of them, majority of people that I was around were negative. Everything that came out of their mouth, they're complaining about something. They're not happy about something. They're playing the whole poor me game. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't stand the poor me game because I do not feel sorry for myself. I don't. I have sometimes where I'm like, like I know that I'm a good person, and people taking advantage of me a lot. And that makes me sad because I'm like, dang, like I know I'm doing right. Like I know I'm a good person. Like I don't deserve this. And I know that I'm not the perfect person. And I know that I've made some mistakes, but I don't deserve to be getting treated like this. And like different situations like that. Like I kind of like, sit in my little feelings a little bit. But I'm not talking about like people that every little thing, it's every little excuse, everything they turn negative, and it's never their fault. They never take ownership. Like I was around a lot of people like that. I noticed I'm like, dang, why am I so negative? Why am I just normalizing dysfunction? And I didn't understand it, right? Then as I start praying and starting to get closer to God, God started revealing me the people that I was around. He started revealing me their mindset and showing me their negativity and showing me who they really are as a person. Because when you're sitting in your own dysfunction and you're going through your own stuff and your own mess and you got a lot of mess going on, listen to this. Other people's messes is not gonna bother you because you're sitting in mess. But once you start cleaning your mess up and cleaning your life up and start living for God and really start changing your mindset, start changing the way you think, start changing the way you move, start changing everything, you notice that once you start cleaning up your area, you start looking at other people's areas and you're like, dang, like who the heck was I around? Like, why did I befriend this person? Why was I speaking to this person? Why? Right? And you start noticing once you start cleaning your life up, God starts to show you who you're really around and what they're really about. And I noticed that once I start getting out of my mess and start really clearing my thoughts and clearing my mind and really finding myself as a person and finding myself my peace again, I had to start letting people go because I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys are too dang negative for me. And I can't function like this every single day. I dealt with it my whole life, and I was taught that I have to tolerate it. Oh, I got to tolerate that you're negative like that because you're my cousin. I got to tolerate you're negative because you're my aunt. I got to tolerate you're negative because you're a close friend of my parents. Or I got to tolerate that you're negative because you're my boss at a job. I don't have to tolerate none of that. And I can remove myself from that. And I noticed that, like, that's why I stay out the way and I stay by myself because, man, like, I've been through a lot of things growing up, and dysfunction was one of them, and negativity was one of them. And that really, like, put a damper on my life and damper on my self-esteem. And once I got my power back and I turned my life around, I was like, I cannot be around people like this. So now people don't understand because it's like once I accept people for who they are, but I don't have to accept who you are and have you in my life. Let me say that again. I accept people for who they are, but I don't have to accept you and allow you to bring your BS into my life. So I deal with people from afar and I know people. Like, for example, I have some family members that are negative or some people that are negative, and I wouldn't even talk to them for a long time. I wouldn't even pick up the phone for them. I wouldn't even pick up the phone for them because it's like, man, like the path that I'm on and the path that God got me on and where God brought me from, I don't want to go back there. I was there once. I was a negative thinker. I was a negative person. I was negative because I was going through a lot of things. Now, do I use that as a crutch? No. That's the thing about me. There's no excuses. I can say I was negative. I was very negative, and I was negative. I poured that negativity into other people sometimes. And I noticed that I wasn't happy for other people because I wasn't happy for myself. So I can recognize that. Am I going to use that as a crutch? Am I going to use that to feel sorry for myself? No. So I just noticed like, and that's why I'm like, I just cannot be around negative people. Like that's something that I absolutely cannot do. It's like, you guys, people be like, my show's out the way. My show don't really talk to people. My show not about to put up with nobody's dysfunction, bro. I got enough stuff. When you got enough stuff going on in your own life, I tell you guys, there's a lot of moving pieces. Like I got my personal life, my daughter, then the kiddos, and you guys. Everybody has different things going on. In my life, there's different things going on. There's different things that I'm trying to do. Are we sure in here? My little brother's like, not bad. Great seasoning. But, like, I've been through a lot. I don't have to put up with you. I don't have to put up with your negativity. I don't have to put up with that. And a lot of people think that I act brand new. And a lot of people think that like, oh my gosh, you think you're too good for us. It's not, man. It's that I discovered my peace and I want to keep it. I don't live that dysfunctional life no more. I don't live that dysfunctional lifestyle no more. I don't live that anymore. So I don't want to be in that space. I don't want to be in that space. And I work so hard with God and so hard on my life and my thinking and praying that God shift my mindset, and he does that. So I'm going to hold on to that. I'm going to hold on to the positivity. I'm going to hold on to the positive mindset. I'm going to hold on that I've grown. I'm going to hold on to my growth. I don't want to be around nobody that's not growing. I don't want to be around nobody that's small-minded. I don't want to be around nobody that is thinking out of the box. I don't want to be nobody that's sitting in self-pity. I don't want to be around nobody that's a complainer. I don't want to be around nobody like that. And guess what? If I don't have to do it. I don't. Everybody knows me, knows, like, listen, like, today was, like, probably, like, one of the, like, the worst days that I had in a long time. It was a really rough day. A lot of tears shed. A lot of stuff happened today. But you can see that I'm still here talking to you guys. You wouldn't even think that I had a bad day. Because my mental and my strength and my positivity and God and my belief is stronger than my emotions. It's stronger than that negative feeling. I overcome the negative feeling. Even when I feel the negativity coming on, I pray and I ask God to rebuke that negativity. I do. So you have the choice to decide who you want to be around, who you want to be in your life, and you don't got to be around people like that. I don't know if y'all ever experienced when you talk to somebody and you just ask them how they're doing and they sit down and they just talk about all the negative stuff they're going through. They ain't no dang ownership or nothing like that. They talk about everything negative. And with me, it's so draining because I'm like, look, like I had a great day. I don't want to hear all that stuff. And people nowadays, it's like, you don't even want to ask people how they're doing because they're so negative. And I'm like, I feel like nowadays everybody trauma dumps. And I used to be a trauma dumper. I'm not gonna lie. But it's a time and a place. But when you're talking to like somebody, and even family members, I know everybody got a family member that's like this. You're talking to them the whole time, and they're talking about how bad everything is. You can say, it's nice outside, and they argue about you with that. Like, it's ridiculous. So, a lot of people always say they want to hang out with me, and they don't understand why. You're negative. You're negative. You talk about other people. I'm not that type of person. Listen, I am real. What you see is what you get. I try my best to be optimistic, honest, and just a overall delightful person to be around. And if you're not like that, you can't be friends. You can't be around me. I'm going to think of it as family members. I have so many family members that I cut off because I'm like, hi, babies. I have so many family members that I cut off because be blunt, but you toxic. So just know that once you taste what peace tastes like, that's all you want. Once you taste what waking up and deciding that I'm gonna have the mindset to have a great day, once you develop that, that's all you want. Once you're sitting in your house and all you hear is peace and quiet, that's all you want to hear. I ain't had a bit, cause I've been coming across real negative people and people that are not happy, and I'm not fooling with that. But guess what? That's my choice.